A little girl's dreams of owning a service dog to help her through life crumbled during COVID. This case started out as a call for action complaint from Sheboygan.
Our IT's Kristen Byrne uncovered families across the country are out tens of thousands of dollars.
When you can't have play dates because of COVID,
Can you up? Up? Can you up?
a four-legged companion fills the void.
Okay, now she's scared of the bag of dog treats.
Sophie and Jacoby became good friends,
Was it hard and sad for you?
Yeah.
but the joy Jacoby brings is tied to disappointment. This 9-year-old needed a dog to keep her safe. The patch on her arm is a continuous glucose monitor. Sophie is a type 1 diabetic.
What would a service dog do to help you with your diabetes?
They would tell me when I'm low or high.
And can Jacoby do that?
No.
I think what red flagged to me right away was
Her mom, Becky, says her daughter spent 9 months baking and selling these dog treats, raising $20,000 from the community to get this dog.
she didn't even know how to sit.
$20,000 for a 3-year-old dog that didn't know basic puppy skills and wasn't potty trained.
She peed on the floor and chewed up a lot of stuff.
People might say, well, you didn't do enough research.
I still get that scrutiny from people, but I had talked to probably at least 8 families that had good working dogs.
All of them, including Jacoby, came from Service Dogs by Warren Retrievers, or SDWR, in Madison, Virginia. A former employee shared video and photos of the 235-acre farm where the dogs are raised.
It was our understanding that Jacoby had, that solid 18 months of specialty training, public access training, as well as scent training for a type 1 diabetic alert training.
In the contract she signed with SDWR, part of it reads, quote, "Our dogs have countless hours of training by our staff and volunteers before they ever get delivered to their forever homes." And that, quote, "After delivery, the family and service dog will receive ongoing training and support over a period of 12 to 18 months.
When did you realize this is not the dog you thought you were getting?
On the way home.
Becky says her calls and emails weren't returned. Ours weren't either.
The number you dialed is not in service.
The website has been taken down. And then this.
You actually found out there were other people involved. How?
We were sent a letter in the mail that we were listed as one of his creditors.
Signing on behalf of the debtor, the company's president, Charles D. Warren, Jr. And in this long list, families like Becky's are listed as creditors. And Becky got to know many of them. So did we. We talked with volunteers.
He's found a way to cover up all of the bad stories and promote all of the good stories.
Former employees.
I want to see the organization be held accountable.
And families like Sharon from California. Her son is autistic.
We're out over 27 grand. And, priority, of course, is to get that money back for our amazing community and friends and family who helped us raise it. But the worst part of it is that I don't have a dog for my son.
And Christopher and Amanda from Florida. The couple says they received an untrained dog for their autistic daughter.
And right away, within the first day, we noticed that this dog, didn't respond to its name. It didn't know any basic commands. It was very fearful of everything.
We reached out to the attorneys representing the nonprofit in the bankruptcy, but never heard back.
So we wanted to see, get a response and even interview him if he's interested.
So we called and emailed Warren's personal attorney, who currently represents him in a lawsuit filed by the Virginia Attorney General against SDWR. In an email, we asked if Warren felt remorse for families who say they were scammed. He said, quote, "Mr. Warren has done nothing wrong, scammed no one, and for some to so accuse him and for you to ask the question is disgraceful." He then said questions should be directed to SDWR and not Warren, who is a former employee.
I think even a shelter dog would have been better than this dog.
Come on, Jacoby.
For these families, the most heartbreaking part is not having help for their children they desperately need.
She's always got a big smile.
For Becky, it's explaining to her 9-year-old that sometimes hard work doesn't always pay off.
I'd like to see Sophie have justice as well as all the other kids that raise funds.
Kristen Byrne, TMJ4 News.